Hey, what the fuck is going down, savages? This is episode 26 of This Savage Life. I'm your host. You know the fuck I am by now. If you don't, I'm Stefan Paulson, a.k.a. Savage fucking Paulson. Day 15 for me at home because of this coronavirus bullshit. First of all, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it loud. I'm done with all you motherfuckers that didn't take this shit seriously from the get-go. All you motherfuckers that wanted to go outside and thought this was a government conspiracy. All you motherfuckers that thought that this was just a regular flu. Oh, the regular flu just kills more people. I'm done with all of you. I'm at fucking home right now. Yeah, I'm liking it. I won't lie. All right, I'm enjoying spending some time with my family. You know. But fuck, man, I miss going to the gym. I miss going out. I miss going in everywhere. Just, you know, I'm at home. I'm working out, doing some push-ups, some squats. Everybody's doing a push-up challenge. Everybody's doing a squats challenge. Everybody's doing all sorts of challenges to keep themselves entertained. I see you. Some of you out there are really fucking discovering yourself right now. You're coming out of your shell. I could see it. You're on social media. All of a sudden, you're posting videos. Never seen you post a video in your fucking life. All of a sudden, coronavirus hits, and all you motherfuckers out there making videos and doing social media. Yeah, I see you. I see you. It's good. Keep doing it, fuck. Show. What did I write yesterday? Actually, I didn't say anything. Yeah. Just do you, motherfuckers. Come on, man. You know, it's if this fucking coronavirus thing has taught me anything, it's that, you can't take shit for granted anymore, man. This could be all done within a fucking snap. Everything you have, everything could just be taken away like that. Boom. We're fighting a fucking thing right now we can't even see. You know what I mean? And it's killing hundreds and thousands of people. And still, I see some of you on social media and I see some of you on videos that aren't taking this fucking thing seriously. Some of you out there thinking that Tom Hanks got arrested for pedophilia. Some of you out there think it's a whole government conspiracy. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Or maybe you're just looking for something to blame all this fucking thing on because, I don't know, you got issues. Who the fuck knows? I ain't holding back anymore. I ain't. Because fuck, sometimes I try real hard to just be, I don't say this, don't say that. You don't want to upset. Fuck this. I don't give a shit who I upset anymore. I'm done. If you don't still to this day, fucking how many fucking people it's killed. Look at Italy. Look at Spain. Look at what it did to China. Look at everything. Look at the fucking states right now. I don't even look at the news anymore. I haven't looked at Twitter in over 24 hours because every time I go on Twitter, my anxiety ramps up. Like I said in the last episode of my podcast, stay the fuck off social media if you're like me and you're dealing with this fucking anxiety. If you listen to my last episode, I wasn't like this. I was I don't remember. It was about a week ago or whatever. I'm lost for days. Every morning I wake up, I have to ask my wife, what the fuck day is this today? Oh, we're Friday today. Okay. Feels like a no day. Every day feels like a no day. You know? If you don't know what a no day is, it's that day when you have like a holiday. Then, you have a Monday off because of a holiday or a Friday off. It doesn't really feel like a regular day because you're at home when you're supposed to be at work or you're supposed to be somewhere. It's a bunch of no days in a row right now. Like I said, day 15 for me. I mean, I've pretty much been home since my kids stopped going to school, which was 2 Fridays ago. And I went to work for a few days after, but I went to work last week, and then this week it was shut down here in Quebec. But even then, even when I went to work, I got home and we stayed home. So except for me going to work, my wife's been working from home since the kids have been home. And she's lucky. She gets to work from home. Her job allows it. My job doesn't. So I'm at home, no work. Gonna get unemployment for me. It is what it is. It's been a fucking interesting last couple of weeks. Coronavirus apart, like I said, I try not to. I can't spend any time anymore just looking at the news. Like, I understand the severity of this fucking virus, and I'm doing my part. I'm staying the fuck home except to go get some groceries. And that's it. And I'm going to do that until the government tells me, or the people in power, or the fucking scientists, or whoever. Look, I'm like most of you. It's hard to listen to the government when it's not always clear if they have our best interests at heart. But at the end of the day, you got to do your own research and kind of realize that this thing isn't a hoax. It ain't a thing. It's a fucking real thing that's killing a lot of people. And the most, you're asked to do one of the easiest thing you'll ever be asked to do in your fucking life, and that is to stay your ass at home. Just do that. So for me, I'm done reading all the news. I'm done because, for me, because of my anxiety, it's not good for me. It ruins my days if I just spend too much time on social media and all that shit. So I don't anymore. Yesterday, I didn't go on Twitter. I'll dabble on Facebook to make a post, but I try not to go down my time, especially. Instagram is a different story. I find that Instagram is filled with memes. It actually entertains me and it makes me laugh. And I like to post a lot. Obviously, I'm very active on social media. Like, I'll still post, but I'm not necessarily going through the timeline, except maybe for Instagram. But like for Facebook, dude, I have a lot of, I don't know how many friends that I follow on Facebook, over 1,000. I really don't know. Maybe not 600, 700. I don't pay attention to that shit. But there's one thing for sure I've discovered, that I have a few crazies on my fucking timeline, like for real. And a lot of you just share bullshit information because you saw someone else share it. And some of you seem to believe anything you fucking read on the internet. Don't fucking believe everything you hear on the internet, you know? Find a fucking reliable source, do your own fucking research, and don't just take everything that's shared on Facebook or Twitter or anything, and just don't take that for facts. There's a lot of people out there sharing a lot of bullshit because they don't know any better, you know? And just stop. Just fucking stop. So what me and my family are doing, we're staying the fuck home. We're going out only to get groceries. And that's it. We're doing our part. We understand in this household how fucking severe this thing is. And we've accepted the fact that we are asked to stay at home. So we're staying the fuck at home. I ain't complaining. I think it's time for some of you to realize, like, yo, you need to take advantage of this time at home to discover yourself, to discover what you really want to do with your life. This is the perfect fucking opportunity to really figure out what the fuck you want to do with your life. Like, you got nothing else to do. Some of you are stuck at home, can't work. Instead of fucking complaining, figure the fuck out what you want to do with the rest of your life. This is a perfect opportunity. Try out shit. Look, a lot of you won't agree with this, but I believe that social media and technology of sorts is the fucking future, and I've decided to embrace it instead of fight against it and not allow myself to get invested in it. Now, do I let it control my life? I try not to. I try my best. I have kids. I have a wife. I pay attention to my family and everybody around me, my friends. I try to don't become this person that like secludes himself from everything and everybody just to be on social media. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's clearly going to be part of our near and not so near future. And it's just growing. And the more we go along, the more we're going to become the fucking word am I looking for here? Integrated with this technology. So I'm trying to use this technology by podcasting, by sharing on social media. I'm trying to use this technology in a way where I can be creative and where I can put my ideas and my bullshit out there. And for me, it's kind of therapeutic, and I love doing it. And I've been getting, plus a lot of you seem to enjoy my bullshit, so I'm just going to keep sharing it. That's it. And if I entertain 13 of you, I'm happy with that. If I entertain 13 million of you, then I'm still happy with that. But at the end of the day, the numbers don't really matter. And it's just about getting, the shit out of my head. And this is how I choose to do it. And I fucking lost track of my point. Social media, trying to make... Anyway, my point was, yes, I was trying to make a point. Some of you, I could see it. You're taking this opportunity to just let loose and kind of like let your creative self on social media and become more active on social media, because what the fuck else are you going to do when you're at home, right? We all have a fucking phone. We all have computers. We all have everything. And so we're definitely going to be spending a lot of time on this thing, on your phones, right? And so why the fuck not, right? I think, look, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in religion. I kind of believe in this, I don't know. There is this force around us that connects us all, and I think right now that force is giving us an opportunity, our race on this fucking planet, to all sit back, sit at home, and I think it's giving us an opportunity to just reflect on our bullshit and to remove all the bullshit that's not needed. We tend to fill our lives with so many things, that just to try to stay stimulated and motivated and this and that, and just for most of us, it's just so we don't go crazy, because we can't sit down anymore and just relax and not just breathe in and breathe out and not do anything, not have the TV on, not have your phone in your hand, not be doing something. Like, if I've noticed anything from this coronavirus shit, is that a lot of you are trying new things. Like for me, for example, right now, I'm trying to fucking become this bread baker, basically. I want to... I'm trying to get this sourdough starter thing. I want to make some sourdough bread, and that's my thing right now. I'm going to try that out. I've been trying that out for 2 days now. I'm trying to build my starter. It's a process. It's a long process, but it's something that I've been meaning to try. So now I have the fucking opportunity. I'm at home, so I'm going to take it. Don't waste these minutes, these hours at home by just simply being on your phone and scrolling through your timeline and getting more and more scared and more anxious from all the news and all the bullshit. Put that aside. Listen, what do you need to do? Stay at home. Do your part. That doesn't take 12, 18 hours of your day. What else are you doing with your day? Work out 30 minutes a day. Find yourself a corner, do some squats, do some push-ups, do some crunches, do some shadow boxing. Like if you're like me, do something. Be active. Go outside, go for a run. Stay away from people, but you're still allowed to go outside. Go for a fucking run. Burn that energy. All right? Stay healthy. Make sure your immune system, eat healthy-ish. Look, it's easy when you're fucking stuck at home at night. You're just like, fuck this. The world's falling apart. I'm going to eat a fucking bag of chips. Fuck it. I've been doing that myself. But hey, for the most part, I'm trying to still be active. This fucking quarantine time, whatever you want to call it, if you're healthy right now, if you're not sick, if you're not affected much by this except for the fact that you're at home, you need to take this opportunity to reflect on your fucking life. I'm doing it right now, and I'm realizing that certain things are just not important or just not worth the energy and headaches. this is going to be a game changer for a lot of us. When we get back to normal, and we will, you got to stay positive. Stay the fuck positive. You can't get down in that hole. For the people that deal with anxiety with me, I'll tell you out of experience. I went down a dark, dark hole last week when this thing first hit, and then when it got real, and it got real fast for me, and I just snowballed into this dark place that I did not want to be. And I slowly crept myself out because I was like, fuck this, I can't. For my family, for my wife, for the sanity of these people that are stuck in the house with me, I can't let myself fall into that fucking dark hole. And I fucking crept myself out. And look at me now. If you listen to the last episode, I'm fucking I'm tearing up and almost crying on the podcast because I'm sharing my emotions and how this has been affecting my anxiety. And now this morning, I'm like, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. It's time to get down to business. All right? We're all healthy right now, knock on wood. We're only asked to stay home, so stay the fuck at home. And start discovering new things. Start trying new things. There's so many things. Like my wife right now is addicted to puzzles. It keeps her mind occupied. It's fun. It actually makes your brain work a little bit. And I won't lie, I got into it a little bit. I help her out once in a while. It's fucking fun. It keeps your mind occupied from all the bullshit, from having to think of all the negativity and everything. Just stay the fuck away. I guarantee you that yesterday, 24 hours off Twitter, I've been opened it. I feel a lot better. I'm staying away from the news. I'm asking my wife not to show me anything related to this fucking coronavirus. I binged watched. Well, I didn't really binge watch 2 or 3 episodes. I did the fucking Tiger King. Do yourself a fucking favor. If you have Netflix, which we all do at this point, I fucking hope so. And you haven't watched Tiger fucking King. Tiger King. 2 words. Tiger King. Go on Netflix. Start watching Tiger King. 7 episodes of this mini-series, document, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think it's the greatest thing in the world right now. I mean, you want to talk about getting distracted from all this corona COVID-19 bullshit. Tiger fucking King. I'm sure you've seen the memes online. I'm sure most of you started watching it. If not, me and the wife have watched all 7 episodes. It gets you. It's great. It's fucking... that's it. That's all I'm going to say. No spoilers. Just Netflix, Tiger King. Do yourself a fucking favor. Watch that shit. But back to what I was saying. There's so much here right now. There's so many opportunities for some of you to just clear your head and your soul of all the bullshit you've been dealing with. There's nothing to do right now. There's nothing you can do about this. There's nothing. You can't worry if you're going to get it or there's nothing. This thing is on a deadly path, and hopefully if we all do our fucking part by staying home and practicing social distancing, this thing will be done sooner than later, and we can all go back to living our fucking normal lives. Now, here's what I worry. A lot of you are going to be discovering all these new things and getting into all these new things, and you're going to love it. You're going to be at home for 15, 20, 30, whatever the fuck amount of days you're going to be at home. You're going to start discovering new things about yourself. You're going to start reading. You're going to start doing more social media shit. You're going to start a YouTube channel. There's so many fucking opportunities to just keep yourself occupied. And to be able to share some fucking content that is positive and inspirational or motivating or whatever, funny. If you're fucking funny, people tell you all the time you're funny, do you should do this. Fucking get every computer has a fucking webcam. All right? It doesn't take much. You can record fucking content with your phone. Most of your phones have amazing video capacity, amazing picture capacity. Record videos, record things. It's so simple to post on YouTube. Create an account if you haven't, and you can post content online. Just share with your friends. Make them laugh. Make them think. Make them do anything. That's what I'm fucking doing. And like I said, I don't care if it only reaches 2 or 3 of you. It's just something right now that I've been venturing before this whole coronavirus bullshit hit. And now I get an opportunity to really bite down on it and really do something about it. And I'm doing, like I said, I'm trying new other things. I'm trying to be a bread baker. I'm trying to do this. Like, stop thinking the worst and assuming the worst about this bullshit. Stop thinking that whatever bullshit. Just take this opportunity to really reflect on who you are and where you're going to be. Start writing shit down. Get a fucking pencil and a fucking piece of paper, and then fucking start writing shit down. Things that have been in your head for a long time that you've been thinking of trying or doing, write the fuck down. And if there are a lot of those things you can't do right now because you're stuck at home, still write them down. Because like I said, we're going to get out of this sooner than later, hopefully. And we're going to go back to living our regular lives. And don't fall into the trap that while you've been stuck at home, you've been doing all this thing, you've been doing all this self-reflection. And hopefully when we all go back to living our normal lives and we're able to fucking leave our house and socialize and be around people, that you don't go back to your fucking old habits before this whole bullshit happened. So it's important that during this time you start cultivating this new attitude, these new things, and start make them a routine. This is if I've learned anything in life from the positive and the negative, is if you do something, either it's a good or bad thing, if you do it every day and it becomes a fucking habit, then it becomes a habit. And then you do that thing after a while without even have to think about it. For example, for me, it was working out. Every single day, you consistently put in the effort, and you're committed, dedicated, and you are consistent with your effort. And every bit by bit, every day, I went to work out, and now it's part of my life. That's a positive habit that I cultivated throughout the years. But just like I've cultivated positive habits, I've cultivated negative habits. The way I think, the way I express myself sometimes, the way I go from 0 to 100 negatively, anger, all that shit. Same thing, habits. You start doing something every single day, becomes a habit, and then it becomes hard to get rid of. If it's a negative habit, you want to get rid of it. But if it's a positive fucking habit or a positive thing or something you love doing for yourself, just for yourself, just not for anybody else. Like I said, if you love reading, if you love making bread, if you love make anything, and it becomes a habit and it makes you happy and it brings you peace and it relieves you of all the anxiety and all the surrounding bullshit, then why the fuck wouldn't you want to do that? You know, mental health is one of the most important things. If you don't have your mental health, you have nothing. Trust me. Someone that struggles every single day with mental health issues, you want to try to create positive habits to try to remove yourself as much as possible from the negative bullshit, the demons, all that bullshit in your head. And this right now is a perfect fucking opportunity for some of you to really stop and remove all that bullshit and then do things that you love doing or try to figure them out anyway. Anyway, I really hope everybody's just staying safe out there. I really hope that, like I've been trying to say for the last 20 some minutes, like just try to find yourself, really. I know it sounds like fucking woo-woo bullshit, but just try little things, you know, like I have a great friend yesterday that texted me, and she's like, you inspired me to try something. She's like, I'm determined. I want to do 100 squats and I want to do 20 push-ups. And she's like, 20 push-ups are going to be the girl push-ups. She's a girl, a woman. She's like, but my goal is to get to be able to do regular push-ups without the knees down. And I said, that's fantastic. That's great. Do it every day. If you do it consistently, you'll get there a lot faster. I gave her a few tips. She sent me a video of her doing it for the first day. I'm like, it's beautiful. So in solidarity of this and in, you know, in support, I said, I'm going to do it. I'll do 100 squats every day and I'll do 50 push-ups. Because for me, it's a lot easier. 20 push-ups is easy. So I'm going to challenge myself a little bit. I try to do them all in a row. Let's face it. I'm not there yet. I can do about 40. 35 to 40 in a row. So I'm like, I'm going to do it. 100 squats, 50 push-ups every day for 30 days. Just in support of my friend. So I got that. That's one thing I do every day now. I work out. I'm going to do my squats. I'm going to do my push-ups. I'll add the crunches outside of that. I'll add my shadow boxing. I'll go for a run. I'll do all that. But that's one thing that I do that I try to keep, you know? And I just, you know, I just want to start practicing better habits at home and stuff like that. So I really hope you guys are staying safe, are respecting the rules right now. Stay the fuck home. I know. It's not easy. Especially if you live alone. I can't imagine, you know. Or for some of you, maybe if you live alone, it's better. Let's face it. There's people that are better off. You know, they feel more comfortable when they're by themselves. You know, that's great. But for some of you, I'm sure it's hard. You know, especially imagine being in your 20s right now, not being able to go home. Like, as much as I want to shit on these people, these kids that I saw at fucking spring break and all that shit. Yeah, these motherfuckers are assholes because they're selfish, but we were all selfish when we were in our early 20s. Like, just think back. Like, I was a selfish prick. I didn't give a shit about anything else but myself and my well-being or my, you know, anything. It was just, I wouldn't say that I was that bad, but you know what I mean. We've all been 20 if you're my age. And you can all remember a point in your life where, imagine being 20 right now and you'd be like, yo, I'm stuck at home. I can't go out. I can't mingle, can't socialize. I'd have lost my goddamn mind. But I'm more mature now. I'm a family man. I got kids. I got family. I got people to look out for. And I got to be smart about this bullshit. I can't just be ignorant. I can't afford it. Some of you can afford it. And some of you are really taking advantage of the fact that you can afford to be ignorant. Because holy motherfucker. You know, some people, they're like, oh, why don't you just block or unfollow these people? Because I'm like... because they bring, I don't know. I like to read that bullshit sometimes. And I'm like, I roll my eyes and I shake my bullshit. I won't comment on it unless it's really fucking stupid. And then I really see that maybe I'll say something. But even then, I don't normally comment on anybody's bullshit. And that's it. Look, stay positive. Stay safe. Wash your fucking hands. Wash your fucking ass. Just be mindful of the people around you. Be mindful of your family. Be mindful of the people you don't know that this might affect. Don't be an asshole. Stay the fuck home. Don't bring your kids to the park. The parks are closed. You know? Bring your kids for a fucking walk around the block and keep them entertained at home. Find something. You're a fucking parent. It's your fucking job to look after your kids and to make sure that during this fucking time at home, this crisis, that you do the right thing and that you keep them, you know, motivated and you keep them. Look, I won't lie, my son's been on PlayStation playing Fortnite a lot. And, you know, and my daughter's been watching a lot of Netflix and being a bit on her phone. And look, but they take an hour every day. I make them watch French shows because they go to a French school. So we speak English at home, but, you know, they see a lot of French content at school. So we make them watch an hour of French television or French YouTube shows. And we make them do some work of sort, like homework. Like my son will do math. We bought some books. and some exercises. There's websites he goes on, and just to stay, just so his brain doesn't turn into fucking mush from playing all these fucking video games. But at the end of the day, my son's 11. He's going to be 11 in May. It's like, he's a kid. Like, I can't force him all day, every day to just be like, do this. He's stuck at home. It's fucking boring for him. And he gets to speak with his friends on Fortnite, and he gets to play with his friends and socialize in some weird way. It might not be face to face, but he interacts with his friends and keeps him happy. He's been in a good mood for these 15 days. My son is a clown. He likes to make people laugh. And the more and more I see him come out of his shell, because he's surrounded by us every fucking day. He's not, he's used to going to school and stuff, but so I let him be on this PlayStation. I let him play. Like I said, I don't do it all day. I try to, after a couple of hours, I tell him to take a break. And like I said, we try to make him do all this school work and stuff, just so he stays in the rhythm. So when he goes back to school, it's not like a huge rush. So if you're a fucking parent and you got kids at home, please do that, because if you're not doing that, when they go back to school, you'll be like, what the fuck? It's going to be like the first couple of weeks of September after you've been in a fucking break for, summer vacation for 2 months, Stay fucking safe, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of This Savage Life. I'm going to just try to do them. I might just do them daily and post them on YouTube and post them on Apple Podcasts. If this is your first time listening to This Savage Life and you haven't subscribed yet, here's where you can find us. YouTube, subscribe to the channel, Savage Paulson. We're on podcast audio for the audio version of this podcast. You can find it on Apple Podcasts. Please subscribe, and if you enjoy it, please rate, give it a 5-star rating. It'd be greatly appreciated. We're also on Google Play for all you Android users and other than Apple users. Stitcher, Spotify. Go ahead, give it a like. Also, you can find us on Facebook. Find the podcast on Facebook. The page is called This Savage Life. Give it a follow. Give it a like, give it a share, whatever, please. Anything, everything, every little thing is appreciated. And like I said at the end of every episode, to everybody that's subscribed, to everybody that rated the podcast, to everybody that has shared the podcast, to anybody that's listened, talked about it, thank you. I greatly appreciate everybody that does so. And I do it, for that. And I fucking appreciate everything. Much love to everybody out there. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify. Check out This Savage Life. Again, if you're still listening at this point, I appreciate the fuck out of you. I'll tell you at the end of every fucking episode, if I remember right. I fucking love you guys. Stay safe. Stay the fuck at home. Social distancing. Do all that shit. And we can all go back to living our regular fucking lives sooner than later. Much love, everybody, and I'll catch you in the next episode of This Savage Life. Ciao.